All right, for this first one, we notice how this grows. In each case, they've added on another one on this diagonal, and they've also added 2 to the middle bit, right? So if I'm going on, instead of 4 rows of 2, I'm now going to have 5 rows of 2. And then on the diagonal, instead of 3, we'll have 4. Thank you. And then if I'm going backwards down to figure 0, I'll have 1 less on the diagonal and 1 less row. So what's all I'm going to have on this one?
2.
Yeah, I'm just going to have that 2. Everything else is gone. So I'm going to write the numbers here. This is 2. This is, wait a minute, that's 6. That's 10, 14, and 18. How many tiles are we adding on every time?
4.
We're adding on 4 every time. All right, so let's look at this one. In each case, they're adding 1 to each arm, so we're going to have the middle one, and then we're going to have 4 on each arm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and the middle one, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to look something like that. And if we're going backwards, so now we're removing 1 for each one, what's all that's left?
1.
Yeah, there's just 1 little tile left. All right, let's look at this last one. There are 2 different things that are happening here. Somebody volunteer to tell me one thing that's happening. Yes?
On the far left, like the vertical column is going up 1 each figure. And
Yeah. So we're adding 1 in this first column each time. So now we've got 4. So the next time we're going to have 5.
And on the right,
Oh, I asked you for one thing. Thank you. Does anything happen with these 2? No, they're there the whole time. All right, I need another volunteer to tell me what's happening over here on the right side. Yes, ma'am.
we're adding a vertical line of 3.
Yeah, we're adding on another column of 3. So here there's 3 columns. Now there's going to be 4. All right, when I go back down here, what's going to happen? What am I going to be left with? Yes.
2.
No.
Or, sorry, 3.
Yeah, you're going to be left with 3 because you're just losing 1 from here. That's a really easy mistake to accidentally make.
I wrote 3. I just said 2.
Gotcha. So this starts at 3, and we're adding on 4 every time. So that's 7, and that's 11, and that's 15, and this should be 19. And on this one, it starts at 1, and then we're adding on 4. It's interesting, we're adding on 4 on every one of these, aren't we? Just in a different way. This would be 9, be 13, and 17. All right, then it says, figure out what figure 100 would have for each of these patterns? All right, so this one starts at 2, and then we're going to add on 4 how many times? 100 times. So there would be 402 in that one. And in this one, we're starting with how many? 1, and then adding on 4 how many times? 100 times. So this would be 401. And on the last one, what are we starting with? 3 in figure 0 plus 4 times 100 is 403. So now let's write an equation. So for the first one, what are we starting with? 2. And we're adding on 4 x times, where x is the tile number, or the figure number, excuse me. So this is for number 1. For number 2, we'll have y is equal to, what are you starting with at figure 0? 1, and you're adding on 4 for every additional figure. And then for number 3, y equals, what are you starting with here? 3 plus 4x. Sir?
So for all of these, it's 4x plus the number of tiles in figure 0.
You can write it that way or this way.
Okay.
I like to think of it this way because I like to think of this is what I started with, and this is how much I'm adding on each time.
Okay.
Okay? Yes.
X is the figure number.
Yes. So we should write that. So y equals the number of tiles, and x is equal to the figure number. Anytime you're using variables where the letter doesn't stand for anything in particular, like x and y, unless you're counting, I don't know, the number of yaks for the number of xylophones, right? Then you should explain what your variables stand for. Thank you for asking. All right, so let's take a look. This one started at 2. So this was 2, 6, 10, 14, and 18, I believe. And then this one started at 1. So it was 1, 5, 9, 13, 17. And this one started at 3. So it was 3, 7, 11, 15, 19. I want you to notice something. Our rule for this one was y is equal to 2 plus 4x. Where can you see where this 2 comes from? Yes?
The first one, the number of tiles on figure 0.
Yeah, it's the number of tiles on figure 0. And this one was y is equal to 1 plus 4x. The 1 comes from the number of tiles on figure 0. And the same thing here. Now, seeing the 4 is more difficult. But let's pick any two of these. How much does this go up from 2 to 3? How much are we going up by?
4.
From 2 to 3, 1. And from 10 to 14, how much are we going up? 4. If your x goes up by 1, your growth rate, and we'll talk more about that later, will be right here. It'll be the difference between those two. So notice same thing works here. Pick any place you want. This goes up by 1. This goes up by 4. All right, so your assignment over the break is to watch the part of the lesson video that you need to, and then you have an assignment in the book. I hope you have a great week off.